Hey everyone, it's Emran. Do you feel nervous when speaking English, or maybe you think, I'll never sound confident? Don't worry. Today, I'm sharing 5 easy steps to help you speak English fluently and confidently. By the end of this video, you'll have simple tricks that will make a big difference. So, are you ready? Let's get started. All right, step number 1 to speaking English confidently and fluently is to listen every single day. This is the foundation of your language learning journey. Now you might be thinking, Emran, I listen to English every day, but you really need to listen closely to how native speakers are saying those words. It's not just about hearing the words, but understanding the nuances and the intonation. Now you don't need a classroom for this. You can turn on English movies, listen to podcasts, or even listen to music. The key is to immerse yourself in the language as much as possible. And while you're listening, pay attention to how words are pronounced and how sentences flow together. Notice the rhythm and the melody of the language. Try copying those sounds and those rhythms. Mimic the way native speakers talk, and don't be afraid to practice out loud. This is going to help you get comfortable with the natural sounds of English. The more you practice, the more familiar these sounds will become, and honestly, even just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Consistency is key, and a little bit every day adds up over time. I know your life is busy, but you can always find 15 minutes to invest in yourself. Whether it's during your commute, while doing chores, or just before bed, make it a habit. Now, I've got a little tip to make this even more effective. When you're watching movies or TV shows, turn on the English subtitles. This will enhance your learning experience. This way you can read along while you're listening. It helps you to see the words and understand their pronunciation better. This helps you to connect the sounds of the words with the way they're written. And it's going to help you to remember those new words and phrases even more easily. Take notes if you find it helpful. Remember, guys, listening is like soaking up the language. It's a passive yet powerful way to learn. The more you listen, the more natural English will start to sound and the more confident you'll become. So make listening a daily habit and watch your skills grow. Now let's move on to step number 2, which is to speak without fear. This step is crucial in building your confidence and fluency in English. I know, this is often the scariest part, but trust me, it's the most important. Overcoming this fear will open up new opportunities for you. The more you speak, the better you'll get. It's as simple as that. Practice makes perfect, and every time you speak, you are one step closer to mastering the language. Now you might be thinking, Emran, but I don't have anyone to practice with. This is a common concern, but there are ways to overcome it. Well, guess what? You can start by speaking to yourself in English. It might feel strange at first, but it's a great way to get started. Yep, you heard me right. Find a quiet place, maybe it's your bedroom, maybe it's in the shower, and just start talking. The key is to make it a regular habit. Start with simple sentences. Describe what you're doing, what you see, what you're thinking. This will help you get comfortable with forming sentences in English. For example, you could say, I am going to the store, or it's a beautiful day. These simple sentences are the building blocks of your language skills. Don't worry about making mistakes. The goal here is to get those words out, to get comfortable with the sound of your own voice speaking English. Mistakes are a natural part of the learning process. Now, if you're ready to take it to the next level, find a language partner or join an English-speaking group online. This will give you the opportunity to practice with others. There are so many amazing online communities where you can connect with other English learners from around the world. These communities can provide support and motivation. And remember, the key here is to practice regularly. Make it a habit to speak English every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Consistency is the secret to success. Chapter 3. Think in English. All right, are you ready for step number 3? This step is crucial for mastering English fluency. This one's all about changing the way you think. It's a mental shift that can transform your language skills. Instead of thinking in your native language and then translating into English, try thinking directly in English. This method helps you internalize the language. Now, I know this might sound a little strange at first, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. It's like flipping a switch in your brain. When you think in English, you eliminate that translation step, which can be slow and awkward. This makes your thought process more fluid and natural. So how do you actually do this? Well, start small. Begin with simple words and phrases. When you see everyday objects like a chair, a table, or a book, think of the English word for that object. Make it a habit. Don't translate it from your native language. Just think, chair, table, book. This direct association is key. As you get more comfortable, start thinking in English about your day, your plans, your thoughts. Expand your vocabulary gradually. For example, instead of thinking, I need to go to the supermarket after work, think, I need to go to the supermarket after work. Practice this daily. It might feel strange at first, but the more you do it, the more natural it will become. Consistency is key, and the best part is it will help you respond faster and more naturally when you're speaking English. You'll notice a significant improvement in your fluency and confidence. Chapter 4. Learn phrases, not just words. Let's move on to step number 4, which is to learn phrases, not just words. Now, this is a really important one. When you learn phrases instead of individual words, you're learning how words work together in context, which is going to make your English sound much more natural and fluent. So instead of just memorizing the word happy, learn phrases like, I'm feeling happy today, or that makes me happy. Instead of just learning the word hungry, learn phrases like, I'm starving, or let's grab a bite to eat. See the difference? Phrases give you the building blocks for natural-sounding conversations. Now, here's a little tip to help you learn phrases effectively. Focus on common phrases that you can use in everyday conversations. For example, practice phrases like, how are you? Could you please repeat that, or could you help me with this? These phrases are like gold, guys. They'll help you navigate all sorts of situations, and they'll boost your confidence because you'll know you're saying things correctly. Chapter 5. Practice daily with fun activities. All right, we've made it to the final step, step number 5, which is to practice daily with fun activities. Now, I know what you're thinking, Emran. You're telling me to practice every day, but I don't have time for boring grammar exercises. Well, guess what? Practice doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it's much more effective when you're enjoying yourself. So get creative. Find activities that you genuinely enjoy that also give you the opportunity to practice your English. For example, you could play word games in English like Scrabble or Boggle. You could watch English-speaking YouTubers or listen to English podcasts about topics that interest you. You could even write short stories or journal entries in English. The key here is to find something that you enjoy and that you can stick with. And here's a bonus tip. Record yourself speaking English. This could be anything from reading a passage from a book to having a conversation with yourself. Listening back to your recordings can help you identify areas where you can improve. And it's also a great way to track your progress over time. Outro, you can do it. So there you have it. Listen every day, speak without fear, think in English, learn phrases and practice daily. Follow these steps and you'll notice big improvements in your fluency and confidence. Remember, the key is to be consistent and to make practice a habit. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because that's how you learn and grow. Which step will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more tips on learning English. See you in the next video. Keep practicing and remember, you can do it. Bye for now.